I wanted to bring forth this communication because in November of 2020, the previous council did pass a resolution supporting the purchase of or the acquiring of the Papaikou Mill Trail access through eminent domain. And, over the course of my first term, I've gotten several questions about this and have tried to understand and communicate as well as possible the position of the administration. There are a lot of folks out there in my district that support continued access, public access to this particular location. And there's been increased anxiety recently because the particular property where the trail resides has been placed on the market. And so it determined that it was necessary for the community to have a very clear explanation from the decision makers on why the decision has been made. I think that is the public's right to know. And so I've asked the administration and Corp Council to present to us today the decision making that went behind the current inaction to proceed on the council's resolution.
I do have the words from Mayor Roth. He was very sorry he couldn't be here. He had to take care of a personal matter with his family on the mainland today. He did make the decision not to move forward with further legal action in the Papaikou Mill access road matter. His words are, the decision was made for several reasons. During the last administration, staff at the Corporation Council advised the administration and a council member against moving forward for liability reasons. And also a risk manager hired by the county made the same advice for liability reasons. It is his understanding that this information was not shared with the council as a whole. As you should be aware, the county tried the case and lost, as Judge Strant said. Not only did the county lose, but it was required to spend a lot of hard-earned county tax dollars to pay for the other side's legal fees. If we were to go forward again and lose, it is quite likely that the county would have to pay more county taxpayer dollars for legal fees. These funds could also include more than just legal fees. Assuming that the county were to win this suit, the county would again gain very little. At the current time, the owner opens the trail every day of the year but one, in which the owner closes for maintenance and to preserve the owner property's rights. The owner maintains the trail at their expense and liability and has rules which they enforce. Some people object to the rules, but they are no different than the rules the county has at beach parks, which we do oversee. As stated earlier, there are liabilities that the county would have to tend to and possibly need to make the trail ADA accessible at the county's expense. There are several other reasons and legal issues for my decision that involve the best interest of the county and stewardship of the county funds. That was all I had to share.
I do want to circle back to some of the statements made regarding if we were to proceed with this, that it's, what were the words used? We'd be getting very little. I think it's a little inconsiderate considering the number of testifiers who came today and wrote into us regarding this whole situation. It's not very little to the people who can't access the ocean. And while I understand the liability and all of that needs to be considered on the county's part, when we have private landowners creating their rules for access to the shoreline, I see that as very problematic. And I'm happy that Councilmember Kimball has brought forth this information.